Greetings, people. Good afternoon. It's game day. Game 2, Indiana Pacers versus the Thunder. I'm liking Indiana in this series. If they win one more, that's a wrap. Pack them up. Anyway, y'all come on in here and subscribe as y'all come in. Make sure y'all subscribe. He said, Puff is a level fizz-off blizzard. Just sound like a razor. Yo! Good afternoon. Saladin, you get your sweatsuit? Eric Scott, yeah, it's money all over the goddamn flow. It's money on the flow. Jamar put money on the flow. He put more money on the flow than he probably earned going over there fucking with Vlad. I got OKC. I'm going for Indiana. There's money all over the goddamn floor, man. It's like Magic City in this motherfucker. He said, the whole situation is mad upsetting. Yeah, I see it's growing on y'all. The outrage is starting to grow exponentially. I'm seeing more and more landslide. I'm seeing landslide. It is. I wonder where he at. I know his dick can't get hard. He got to be sick. I know he's sick. He ain't at home doing no fucking. There's no way he can get an erection right now. He's probably in a very depressive state. It's too much. He's not posting on IG. He might as well delete that motherfucker. I ain't never seen no none of the legendary rappers in this position. I haven't. I never seen a motherfucker take the crown off his head and throw it on the ground and piss on it. For real. He seemed uncomfortable. He ain't even seem happy to be there. He knew what the fuck he was doing was wrong. He did. Niggas give up their ass, man, for some money. It's just what it is. Most niggas got a price. Not all. Everybody don't go for that shit. I hate this for him. I don't. I'm glad he exposed himself. Them niggas that be posers, they be dangerous. Them niggas that be posers, they're dangerous. It was good that he exposed himself. For real. It was good. And guess what? He exposed himself and got caught. It's people that do what Jamar did behind closed doors all the time. There's people that do what Jamar did behind closed doors all the time. Some probably on a higher level, corporate level, political level. People sell out their race all the time. For real. I know most kings got their heads cut off, but I never seen one cut off their own head. Yeah. Everybody rode your coattail on this joint. Seen you talk about it first, and now the shit all over the net. I let my gun bust first. I had all the motivation to do what I did. I spoke to a brother from the Nation of Islam last night, and we had a discussion, and I was saying I could have called him. I didn't want to call him. The disrespect, the insult played out in public. There was no reason for me and him to have a private conversation. So I stepped to the business in public. He left me no alternative. For real. I got different, I'm wired different than a lot of these guys and shit. My background is different than a lot of these guys. That's why you seen me go off when that shit happened with Larry Davis and Blue Boy. I went the fuck off first. And I just couldn't hold that shit in that Jamar did. I couldn't hold that in. I couldn't. I could have went further with it. I was listening to Ice Cube's song "Be True to the Game." Are y'all familiar with that? Are y'all familiar with a song by Ice Cube called "Be True to the Game"? He says, "You're out in the cold, no more white fans and no more soul, and you might have a heart attack when you find out the black folks don't want you back. And you know what's worse? You was just like a nigga in the first verse. So stop selling out your race and wipe that stupid ass smile off your face." Yo, that fucking Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube. You was hardcore hip hop, but look at yourself, boy. You didn't flip flop. My God. I was singing that song all day yesterday. Yeah, it was directed at MC Hammer. If I said the rest of the lyrics, y'all know that it was directed at a particular person. But it parts of that song, Lord Jamar can wear that straight up. He said the prophecy. Yeah, the video was the shit too. He said that's the motherfucker come in here and said that's Who's the Mac. That's not Who's the Mac. Be true to the game. He was talking about MC Hammer. He was. Anyway, he left money all over the floor. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about. I didn't hear not one person. Well, it was one person in my comments tried to justify what Jamar did, but this particular person, he had an interest in supporting Jamar. He had an interest invested in standing next to Jamar and shit. He kind of helped him and shit, but I didn't see anybody try to justify what he did. He left too many receipts. He left too many receipts. People are going back and getting videos that he did, talking about being on code and how Godfrey didn't have any integrity and shit like that. Oh man. He definitely the whole um Lord Jamar thing, that's over. His name isn't Lord anything. It's not. His name isn't Lord anything. If I heard his real name is Lorenzo. If y'all choose to uh, call him Jamar, I guess that's cool. But he's not Lord at all. Under no circumstances, he isn't. Hmm. He said Jamar gives me Thomas Hagen vibes. Whoa. I recorded a video this morning. I didn't upload it. I thought about uploading it. I still might upload it, but I recorded a video this morning and I was talking about desperation. And that's what's at the root of what Jamar did. Desperation, pure desperation. It was a desperate move. This is the reason why. I'm just going to tell y'all what I said in the video, but this is the reason. This is the number one reason why Jamar did what he did. The YouTube live stream causes complacency. It does. When you see, I don't have to do any work. All I got to do is go live. I can go live anywhere. In my house, in my car, at my girlfriend's house, in a restaurant, uh, in a mall. When you see that, damn, I can just turn on this cash register at any time. You become complacent, right? And before you know it, you're not really working hard. You're not really working hard. And Jamar, he complacency is what did it to him. When he was working with Rod Digger, everything was straight. I don't know what happened, but the whole complacency thing is something that attracts rappers to the live stream. Complacency. The word got out how much money we was making on YouTube. They didn't know. It was people that was rapping forever and they had no idea about YouTube, live stream, monetization. They didn't know. They didn't know about it at all, right? When the word got out, they like, damn, them niggas getting a check every month on the 21st. All I got to do is do that. I can do that. I can do that. And people felt that they can do this, not understanding that this is not easy. They understanding that this is that they not understanding that this is not easy. Sadat X said in the song "Don't Let It Go to Your Head." He said a lot of people think this is easy as it looks. Books of rhymes, concepts and hooks, right? It's the same thing with this. People think this is easy as it looks, and you got to consider this. People get on here and say, I'm a journalist, I'm a journalist. But the root word of journalist is journaling. At some point, you're going to have to do some writing and research in order to make it go. Many years ago, I seen Trendsetter Shady go live. That was the first person that it hit me. I'm like, damn, we can do that. I thought that Troy Terrain Star, I thought he was using some type of apparatus to do that, what he does. And all along, it was a live stream. Nobody was really, it wasn't hitting nobody. Did nobody understand what he was doing, right? And I seen Trendsetter Shady go live one morning, and he was going crazy on OBH. And I was like, damn. I'm like, man, and he didn't even have no subscribers or like that. He didn't even have a following. But I said to myself, I'm like, man, if I did that, I'll have triple his success. I actually have a following. So I started to do it, right? And as I started to do it, I started to be successful at it, right? What happens is this. When you talk too much, you will eventually run out of shit to talk about. You will eventually run out of shit to talk about. And you have these rappers who, they're really rappers. They hop off into this shit and think that this shit is going to be sweet. And what happens with the rappers, they start to lose their superpower. A rapper, a star rapper is somebody that you shouldn't be able to touch on a regular and shit. They almost lose their luster because you see them so much. That's why you don't see Grand Puba. That's why you don't see Jay-Z. That's why you don't see Nas. That's why you don't see Jay Electronica and shit. They stay on that pedestal. Boom. You can't reach these people. You can't just talk to these people. But what happens with with certain rappers when they hop into this shit, they continue to do it until they become boring and regular. Right? They start to do it and they become boring and regular. This is why so many people fail at this. You've seen it. Fat Joe was crack vision. Overexposure. Yeah. Fat Joe was crack vision. It didn't work. After he got played out, oh, we see you every day. It ain't no good. Boom. Dead. Mano did Kitchen Talk. He tried it. Burnt out. Gone. You know what I'm saying? My son used to be on here. Burnt out. Gone. Cooked. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with Lord Jamar was introduced to this generation as not as an MC. You got to be of a certain age to know his MC background and all of that type of shit. He was introduced to this new generation as a media personality. And he's, okay, all I got to do is talk and I can get money like this. When you on a platform like Vlad that has millions and millions of fucking subscribers, it's a little easier. And not only that, Jamar isn't preparing any questions. All he doing is responding to the questions asked to him by Vlad. I'm going to take this further. When you doing this media shit, you will hit a brick wall. And the brick wall is this. Everybody that's relevant, everybody that has a pertinent story has already been interviewed. Anybody that has a story that will draw has already been interviewed. We've been doing this shit since the DVD era. That's when we started interviewing motherfuckers, right? Now take that and go through from the DVD era to like 20 years of YouTube. We've all interviewed everybody who means something already. And before you know it, there's nobody else to interview that has a relevant or a pertinent story. This is why Vlad TV, he bring reoccurring guests. This is why he just bring the same people back up there and ask them about current events and shit like that. You know why he do that? Because we done ran out of motherfuckers to interview. We done ran out of motherfuckers to interview. This is why he has the returning guests, Tony Yayo, Boosie, and he'll just put them up there and just ask them, what do you think about the Diddy case? And this is a form of content that he figured, a formula that works for him. But we've already interviewed everybody who has any relevancy, right? Most people go from platform to platform to platform, and before you know it, we done interviewed everybody. Now, you interject the rappers. Now they want to do media. They don't want to rap no more. Now they want to do media, and they want to interview motherfuckers. And you know who they interview? They interview the same motherfuckers that we've already interviewed. They interviewed the same motherfuckers that we've already interviewed. Y'all already know the story, everything. They hop in this lane and they're cruising into a brick wall. They're cruising into a brick wall because we've already interviewed everybody. So you got the rappers now, they want to interview motherfuckers, but there's no reciprocals left. So they're cruising into a brick wall. Same question, same bullshit. If you don't have a gimmick to attach to it, it really ain't gonna work. A gimmick is this: drink champs. We gonna have them drink a little liquor. This is what makes this a little different. Barbershop conversations, barbershop talk, like my expert opinion. These are different gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? That will extend your 15 minutes, but it's only a matter of time before you run into a brick wall. Boom. I started to understand this. I started to understand this. So what happened was I had to start interviewing NBA niggas. Boom. After that, I had to implement fitness. I had to implement fashion. I had to implement holistic healing. Y'all see the soursop videos and the pomegranate and the health shit. You have to continue to implement shit or else you're cooked. Or else you cooked. You cooked. And nobody is above this. Your ass is cooked. Just think about it. If a motherfucker gets on here every day, it's only a matter of time before they are cooked. You know what I'm saying? And Jamar, after he left Vlad, he tried to do it on his own, the God Pod. And he hit that brick wall that I'm talking about. Damn, this shit ain't easy as I thought. Now, Jamar is somebody who has access to all different types of entertainers and musicians. It should have been easy for him. It's not. It's not, especially if you're going to sit in the same room. You know what I'm saying? If you're not traveling, somebody just said he just lazy. Bingo. If you think that you're going to just sit in the same room, it's not going to work. This is why and it's a pain in the ass sometimes. I'm constantly on a flight. I'm constantly on the road. I have to go these different places. I have to work on holidays. That shit that happened with Quan that y'all like so much, that was Memorial Day weekend and shit. If you're not engaged in this shit or if you're not on it like that, then you're going to run into a brick wall. And the rappers don't understand this. They think that they're going to overpower. He said, what about Gully? Gully started turning into a court jester, doing a bunch of goofy, silly shit. Queen's Flip start taking off his shirt. Give me a hug, nigga. Start doing a fucking a minstrel show and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was cooked. He was running into that brick wall of being fucking cooked. You know what I'm saying? taking off, taking off his shirt, showing his titties and shit like that. This is what he had to resort to. He was on his way to be cooked. You know what I'm saying? So, something that can extend your shelf life is collaborations. If you, these niggas be turning into court jesters and shit, doing a bunch of goofy shit. Gilly is one of them. Gilly's from Philadelphia. They don't be on no goofy, silly acting shit. He does that to extend his shelf life. Um, it's one person who can sit in that room by himself and put on a show that you will find interesting. His name is Troy Terrain. Y'all know him as Star, right? And the way that this works out for Star is this. Troy Terrain is his name. Star is a character. So what brings you back to the Star Chamber is the character. When he called himself the hater, and I'm a friend of nobody. I don't love these niggas. Fuck these niggas. No. That's his dimensions. Like, he's giving you dimensions. And this is what he's brought to the table since day one. This is when he was with Star and Buck Wild and shit. He been doing that. Somebody just said he been doing it for like 40 years. For 40 years. And he's original. He originated this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not your brother. Cuss Jaguar right, bitch. Like. So that's why he's able to put on that one-man show by himself. You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps you there. Everybody else got to figure something out. What did I do? I had to write a book. I had to implement the PILLMATIC series. I ended up being in a movie. I'm about to be in my second movie. I created the zip code with Zip with the Drip. That's a nice collaboration that y'all enjoy. You have to implement different packages to keep people engaged. You are not gonna get on here and engage people and keep them there just because you're a rapper and they learning this. This is why Kitchen Talk didn't work for Mano. After a while, this ain't working. Over. He gotta be next to Angela Yee, a seasoned media personality and professional. I can go over here and try to make this shit work like that. Queen's Flip, he had to go with Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? Pack these niggas up. These people that I'm naming, pack these niggas up. Like, they had to pack it up. They had to pack it up. But Jamar, boom. Jamar was on his own. When it was him and Godfrey, that was his collaboration. When he sabotaged that, he's by himself. He further sabotaged himself when he got into some type of debate about the earth being flat. If you're a 5%er, that's totally contradictory to your teachings and shit. That didn't work. So boom, he on his own. Nobody's tuning into the Godcast because he exposed himself. I got one last move that I can make that can save me. I can go back to Master. I can go back and ask Massa to take me back. And that's what he did. He went back to Vlad because this shit is not easy. He went back to Vlad. He like, damn it. I got to go back to Massa. I'm sitting here watching Boosie, Tony Yale. That was my chair. They sit in my chair. They get my money. So it becomes a self-serving gesture. He like, man, fuck the people. Fuck my people. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what I said. Fuck word is bond. Fuck all for one, one for all. The shit that I said on Brand Nubian songs and shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. I gotta go back to Massa. And I don't care how anybody feels about it, because if I don't, I'm gonna starve. And that's what he did. That's what he did. Desperation. And guess what? You gonna see some more desperate shit. You gonna see some more desperate shit You're going to see some more desperate shit. He's not going to be the last person that does something questionable to remain in this space. He's not going to be the last. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. There are going to be others. Jadakiss and Fat Joe, them niggas on the shot clock. Them niggas, Fat Joe, after he cooked himself on Math Hoffa, offended some black people and shit like that, right? I got one move to make. I need to align myself with somebody that black people hold dearly. Jadakiss. Niggas love Jadakiss. Let me align myself with him. Jada fell for it. They had their show. They on the shot clock. They on the shot clock. They on the shot clock. They think that their names is going to keep people coming back, but it don't. It actually makes viewers say, this ain't no rap star. This nigga's a regular person. Like, he's here every day. Overexposure. This is a human behavior. If we see you too much, you're cooked. You're cooked. But they the next to die. I'm telling you. Jadakiss and Fat Joe, they the next to die. They the next to die. You will not pull this on this platform. You will not come here half-stepping. You won't, and you can't. You know why? Because y'all tune in every day. He said it's power in absence. It is power in absence. It is power in absence. And that shit that happened with Math Hoffa, it didn't matter that he wasn't paying them niggas. He was about to be cooked eventually because, again, there's nobody else to interview. He said, look at Hov. He stay out the light. Facts. And I'm telling you the truth. I do my damnedest to find something that's new and original for y'all. That's the only thing y'all gonna appreciate. And there's no such thing as an old story as long as it's a new story. So a motherfucker could go and find, let me see. Rob Bass, Dougie Fresh. The content has to be rare or y'all aren't going to appreciate it. You're going to say, I seen that before. Click and go to the next video. And before you know it, niggas be falling victim to the clicks, and you have to meet what's called a threshold. Nobody, I appreciate your super chat. You have to meet, he said, Nas learned that. Nas is the best at staying anonymous and out the way. You have to meet a threshold every month to get a check. You have to generate a certain amount of dollars for them to send you a check. If you don't meet this threshold, then you got to wait to the next payment period. And that's where the desperation come in. People don't want a check every other month because that's not how bills are collected. The motherfucking the electricity bill, the light bill, the gas bill, all of that shit has to be the phone bill, the cable bill, Wi-Fi bill, car notes. This shit has to be paid every month. So a person can't afford to not get a check every month. And to prevent from being in this situation, mortgages due every month. Exactly. To prevent from being in this situation, niggas gotta do what? Some desperate shit. And that's why you will see some niggas on here trying to act like fucking comedians, doing a bunch of goofy shit, acting like court jesters. Queen's Flip was taking his fucking shirt off. He don't do that shit like that no more. Y'all remember he was taking his shirt off? Give me a hug, nigga. Remember he was doing that? He don't got to do it no more. Why? Because he can go, well, he abandoned ship. If you ever wanted to know, damn, He had his own show. He had his own machine. Shit. Why did he give it up? You ain't got to do no work. You ain't got to do no work. I can go just get up under Joe Budden, and that's a shelter. People have always wanted to listen to Joe Budden talk. You know why? Because Joe Budden, he gonna say some shit that you like. He gonna say some shit that people don't like. This is why he's got punched in the face a few times and shit. This is the truth and shit. So, what you seen transpire with Lord Jamar was nothing but desperation, for real. Oh, another thing that you see a lot of. That's why you see all them niggas trying to cling to Adam 22. That's why you see that. If WAC 100 is not on no jumper, not everybody listens to fucking Clubhouse. Nobody want to listen to a bunch of fucking ignorant niggas talking about paperwork and arguing and shit every day. That shit just don't work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, without Adam 22, he's nothing. Straight up. He said and made up stories. Yeah, he will make up story too. And we seen that. Yeah. Adam is the puppet master. Oh, nah. It's some niggas. Everybody didn't want to leave the slave plantation and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was niggas who wanted to escape the slave plantation. Yo, we getting the fuck up out of here tonight. We getting the fuck up out of here. We hitting the Underground Railroad with Harriet Tubman. And there was niggas to say, why y'all want to leave? Massa's been good to us. Why you want to leave? You know what I'm saying? It's niggas on here who has that in their spirit, who has that in their train of thought. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't leaving Adam. Jamar, I regret leaving Massa. That's why he went back. Man, it's hard out here. We ain't gotta do nothing. He give us a place to stay. He give us scraps. He throw chitlins out the back door. He give us he give us a shack to live in. This is it, boss. This is it, boss. We sick, boss. And that's what you seen with Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar ain't gonna never recover from the shit that he just got himself into. Jesus Ramirez, my message to Lord Jamar. Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. Did Lord Jamar have Vlad logo shorts on in the interview? I wasn't looking at the gear that he was wearing. I heard that he had on some funny ass Jordans. Y'all don't play with them Jordans. Only Jamar is probably close to 60 years old. To niggas that age, if they see the Jordan logo, if they see that Jumpman logo, them is Jordans to them niggas. They don't know the difference. They don't. He don't know that he thought he was splashing in them joints. He don't know the difference. He didn't. So you'll catch niggas his age wearing them bullshit Jordans. You will. My man said Cam and Mace are the only ones with longevity because the sports world is everlasting. Mace has no social media presence, so his presence on the show is presence, which is why his clips keep going viral. Them niggas be acting silly too. They do. Them niggas do a bunch of goofy shit too. They not above doing the court jester shit. Straight up. I'm keeping it G. My man said, nah, they on the clock too. They is on the clock. I just read dude's comment because he posted it, but they on the clock. They is. Cam is gossiping. I don't like talking about them niggas, man, because it's dudes around me that like them niggas, and they'll call me like, yo, man, why you do this and shit? Why you say this about Cam? Or why you do this? I be having to deal with that shit off camera, man. But, so, Hey, them niggas is there is on the clock. Cam too old to say some of the shit he say. That's a he be having to do some goofy shit, man. He be having to do some goofy shit. They brought Michael Irvin on. There's things that they pull stunts to keep people engaged and shit because the average sports fan that really likes sports or really into basketball, that's not a sports show. That's not a sports show. It's not, for real. Lord Jamar's twitching in the interview. I think he got a new habit. He looks considerably less healthy than before. He's actually been uh, working out. He said Cam and Mace is on a 30-year run. What did we talk about? Mace was just a fucking preacher, man. What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? Mace was just kicked out of Harlem. He had to move to Atlanta. The nigga stayed down there while Cam and Jim and all of them ridiculed him, rapped about ridiculing him, and he was a fucking preacher. But now he's on a 30-year run. You right. He's on a 30-year run. You right. Only people that will make it this media folks that stay solid and follow their moral compass and not dance for the man dangling a carrot in their face. Correct. 30-year run. Mace ain't had good music since 1998. Let's talk about it. When the last time Mace had some good music? Let's scrutinize this 30-year run that you're talking about. Let's scrutinize this 30-year run. When the last time Mace has had good music? Somebody help me out. He was Diddy Little Man, right? After he was Diddy Little Man, he became 50 Cent Little Man, right? He was a preacher. He had the Harlem World shit when they was getting shot out of cannons and shit like that. Y'all remember that video, music video, when them niggas flying out of them cannons? When was the last time Mace had any good music? He hasn't had good music since the Diddler days. That Oracle joint, that song was hitting, but it was just a brief moment. I just gave y'all the truth. That's for the gentleman who said that. Am I straight?